Hello everyone, my name is Eli Olivia, and you might uh, look like maybe there's something different here. I know, right? Okay, fuck with all the gags. Okay, yeah, I cut my hair, I fucking cut my hair, don't you see it? But yeah, that's not going to be the point of the video, but I'm going to talk about it because, uh, god damn, I haven't planned for any of this fucking video, man, I should say. Okay, so, listen. Yes, I cut my hair, and I actually like don't exactly remember have I talked about this before. I mean, it's kind of like the thing that I will exactly talk about in my channel, but I just kind of like always forgot on exactly what I've been making this video about and shit like that. But I think all of you already know that I took a gap year and stuff like that. But on the 1st of July, I mean not the 1st of July, but like in early July, which is now it's July, the month right now it's July, which meant a couple of weeks ago is the first days of me actually entering high school and stuff, you know. And in my country, there's a general rule for school where boys cannot have long hair. Like pretty much the limit is like above limit. I whatever the fuck, but you know they cannot have long hair for some fucking reasons. But yeah, back to it again. Uh, okay, this is not going to be the topic of the video that I want to say, but this will be pretty important. But basically, I have this like gender dysphoria and all this stuff, and also body dysphoria, and I just pretty fucking just pretty much hate myself a lot. And a couple days before, not a couple days, I mean like a whole ass months and months before the school starts, I'm really thinking about all of it, right? Like, first of all, I think about like how will I look like when I finally cut my hair. Like, I mean like obviously like when I was a lot younger than me right now, my hair is short and I can see myself, and I don't like myself. I don't like how I used to look like back in my, like, let's say, uh what's it called, preschool era and middle school era. I think one thing that I always specifically think about myself, by the way I look, is that my head always looks so fucking white. How do I pronounce it without saying white, like the color, like white, like, like this is like, imagine like whoop, I always imagine like I always look at my head, like it looks so fucking huge, it's just like so fucking scratched out, and it looks so weird as shit. And one thing about having a long ass hair is that it cover up my my jaw and stuff like that, and it kind of like I don't know, in a way kind of distort my physicality, like in a good way. Like me with long hair, it kind of like kind of like blur out how huge my fucking head was. So yeah, I feel comfortable with my long hair, but after I think about it, there's some problem too with having a long hair, but I never really think it was necessarily the long hair itself. It's just that I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to tell you about this later. I'm going to talk about this later. But yeah, I think about it all. I stress a lot about it. I fucking stress a lot about it. I had a really bad time with it, and yeah, the whole gender dysphoria. How the fuck do I pronounce it? Dysmorphia thing. It really fucks me up too. But there was comes a day where I was just kind of like, I mean, I choose the school. I am the one who actively choosing to be in the school. There also, before a whole deeper context, my mom really like found a school that let like kids to have long hair, to be whenever. But one thing about the school, it looks like first of all the school is fucking small. Imagine like a New York apartment and just make up a whole ass school in there. I'm not joking. It looks like I don't know what it's called in English. I don't even know is in America and like national world, international, whatever the fuck, have this some sort of system. But like in Indonesia we have this thing called LAS. So it's like school, but you studied more, so you are more prepared for school or stuff. And right, yeah, whatever. So it's basically like the whole school feel like a last place for Indonesians. You know what I'm saying, right? It's like tempat last. It's not. It never really feels like a school because of how small it is. And it's just like when I look up into it, I was like, damn, is this really what it takes for me to just like, like, I mean, obviously I want to keep my long hair. I want to be myself. I want to have full control of my own body, and be comparable and stuff. But Jesus fucking Christ, if this is the price, I was like, holy fuck, this looks sad as shit. Like, I don't know. But I'm not trying to judge anyone there. I do really respect all the, all the authority that want to make this school this way. They have a vision of like do whenever children student can express themselves and stuff like that. And like I appreciate all the student that want to that go in there, that like, okay, I feel like I want to be here and stuff. I appreciate all of them, I respect all of them. But to me, I mean, like, to my life, I just kind of like, nah, nah, no shit, no jack shit. And also it was like pretty far from my house, so I have to like, like, either like have to my parent have to like take me there, which is like, I don't know, I just don't feel like doing it anymore. I don't know, just in a way feels bothering, or like, and if whatever the fuck, you get the whole thing. So yeah, after that, I think I'll tell you about this, but yeah, then I choose this one school called Budi Luhur. God fucking damn, now I pronounce Indonesian words like fucking like foreigners. But yeah, Budi Luhur and stuff like that. And yeah, they have this whole boys cannot have long hair stuff. But one thing though, I already know that actually they are actually a pretty much good school. First of all, the way the school design, I'm going to talk about the less important one first. Soon I get my guitar. Hey, hold on, my friend is chatting. Alright, hold on, man. Alright, first of all, I want to tell you that like, fuck, why do fuck I have to tell everything? My friend, Nopal, love that guy. He in the school, right? I took a gap year, and at the time I took a gap year, he in the school. So we are around the same age. We are in the same class back in the day and stuff like that. But once I take a gap year, now it's stuff and shit. And ever since I took a gap year, this one whole year, he's been recommending me to enter this school once I done with all this shit. And there was a couple of times where he invited me to go to his school when the school is kind of like making a public open public event for anyone to join. And I was like, yeah, I mean, this is a great ass school. I love the way they design. They kind of like have this like American kind of school design. I get that America don't have a pretty good fucking reputation with educational system, but like, I mean, the design look pretty modern. That's one thing that I really appreciate. And they make a whole ass public event. I mean, like, I do think that like some school did that too, obviously, but like, still, a school that did that is pretty few, and I appreciate every fucking authority in the school that like at least like fucking care about what they are trying to do. Not just like, hey, new kids, new generation of kids coming in, new money, whenever, they actually at least trying to be active, and I appreciate them a lot for it. So other than that, also, yeah, the event is like not just like goofy, I mean, respectfully, just like those like conservative event. It was just like some kids showed some dance, I guess, like some like dance from the 60s, this from the 50s, like it's cool. I think Indonesian culture can be beautiful at times, but I just feel like if we just stuck in the past, and what the fuck we do in the future, like, I know this sounds poetic as fuck, but I just feel so tired when this formal thing like school education and stuff always stuck on this like old culture. Why don't we make our own new culture? But that I get a little far off. But yeah, I mean, the event was like a cosplay event. Like, you can be whatever the fuck you want. You can be Spider-Man, you can be Japanese anime character, whatever the hell. So I was like, holy shit, that's badass. I think that's really cool. And also, like, my friend Opal, he always like tell me his cool assignments, cool project that he do in the school. And I was like, what the fuck, that's so cool. Like, by the way, I don't know how to explain this properly, but in Indonesia there's this school system called SMA and SMK. So SMA, as far as I know, is pretty much just like similar to general the world's school system. Like, going to class, study science, study social, study whatever, study cool stuff. But one thing about SMK is that it's more like we study science and all those like general educational stuff too, but we also heavily study on like things that once we get out of school we can immediately work. What the fuck? But what I mean is that, like, yeah, like, you study to become a filmmaker, or like a film crew, and you get a whole ass camera, professional camera, the teacher teach you about it and stuff and stuff and stuff. And SMK students get a reputation that most of the SMK students, once they get out of SMK, not going to university but immediately go to work, you know. So you get the whole picture of the idea of SMK, right? And this Budi Luhur school, this one school that I'm going in, and my Nopal and my friend Nopal going in too, they have both SMA and SMK, right? So yeah, I was like, okay, compare this to that fucking last ass school. I think this is a pretty good deal, you know. They still have this whole hair thing, but if it's what it takes, then hey, I'm under them now. But hey, whatever, man. But okay, 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to make this a part two. Okay, so this is not getting. Okay, this is the conclusion, y'all. I'm scared of school. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll have to tell you. When I haven't go to school, you know, like a couple months before July, I always like stress up a lot about like how the fuck will I find friends, you know? And also like I find myself for this like whole gap year thing, I find myself feel a lot more comfortable with being silent. Like I get the whole picture of like maybe for you people for you people, Jesus, it's also fucking dramatic. But like I mean maybe for some people to see other people that like silent, you know, don't talk with other people and stuff like that. Maybe it seems as boring, it seems as sad and stuff like that. But like I don't know, I just did kind of like a I don't know, I just when I meet my friends, we hang out and all that stuff, I feel a lot of joy talking with them. I feel a lot of joy making jokes, laughing with them all. But I always find myself really tired, and I feel like the joy, like comparing the joy to the tiredness that I get out of all those moments, I feel like the tiredness was like fucking way up here. Like I really enjoyed the moment a lot. Like it was one of like I can say a lot of time when I met my friends is one of the best days in my life. But like compared it all to the tiredness that I get is like wabba wabba, you know. So I just think that I find myself a lot more comfortable with being silent. Like but my purpose is never want to be a loner. I don't want to be. I don't want to have no friends. I want to have friends, but I just wanna don't talk a lot. You know, you know that character from Turning Red. This one girl. There's like four girl in the group, right? And then there's the one girl, and then she don't talk a lot, but like she have those like really cool loyal friends. I want to be like her. So I basically want to be like that, but don't necessarily know how, and I feel a lot of fear out of it. I feel a lot of fucked up stuff out of it. But we come to the part two.